Oneness. 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 Where openness in faith and kindness. And then she was here, a boy. Never be baby. The last time you see a baby from part of the book of the Eurasia book, say Kaya. And now she a book be here to be said the autobiography of a Yogi. Some woman we Nipa amobo sunsuma brabo mo so mo tinye ma se do one aka. But also in this part of the world, it is not even a popular book. The autobiography of a Yogi was written by Paramahansa Yogananda. Paramahansa Yogananda na master de Laharisi Mahasaya. And then he also a master Sijut Siva. Sijut Siva master Mahabharata Babaji. It is a succession. Among the Kriya Yogananda. And after that now, Paramahansa Yogananda echoed the book, the autobiography of the Yogi. In the chapter 18 of the book, Anna Net, the Babushia, now you said your boy,
Lord, AYASS teaches about the dangers of acquiring spiritual power from the book Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda.
Title make I say, Nipa bebre some young people are me person me pain, me person me power. The person healing, the person that they seek out, they look for powers. But there is danger. So why this is so person near to me? There is so much danger about it. It's here to us.
A Mohammedan wonder worker. Chapter 18.
Yes, the title is A Mohammedan Wonder Worker.
Years ago, right in this very room you now occupy, a Mohammedan wonder worker performed 4 miracles before me. Sri Yuskiva made this surprising statement during his first visit to my new quarters. Immediately after entering Serampore College, I had taken a room in a nearby boarding house called Pant. It was an old-fashioned brick mansion fronting the gate. Master, what a coincidence. Are these newly decorated walls really ancient with memories? I looked around my simply furnished room with awakening interest. It is a long story. My guru smiled reminiscently. The name of the party was Afzal Khan. He had acquired his extraordinary powers through a chance encounter with a Hindu yogi. Son, I am thirsty. Fetch me some water. A dust-covered Sannyasi made this request of Afzal one day during his early boyhood in a small village of eastern Bengal. Master, I am a Mohammedan. How could you, a Hindu, accept a drink from my hands? Your truthfulness pleases me, my child. I do not observe the ostracizing rules of ungodly sectarianism. Go, bring me water quickly. After reverent obedience was rewarded by a loving glance by the yogi.
Well, this book, so one being I want to ask. And yes, I won't be even on spiritual matters, even the grammar. It is not easy. Your children are paying Pachomunti. Ya, who is a Mohammedan? Mohammedan. The woman said, Muhammad, the founder of Islam, disobeyed Muhammad in then Mohammedan. But this name is not correct. Muhammad, he will be a lineage. Muhammad brought Islam, so everybody follows Islam. So you are a Muslim. But said every people who say Muhammad in church will be a friend of Muhammad. So you tuba and a branch in BHCI. Moncasna way guru. Now come what did be a course on the trauma. Then it's here and say Guru be eternasi. And remember we Hindu. Now you were Muslim boy. You didn't ever have your friend Afzal Khan. Now Guru no echo say Afzal Khan say all man is saying it and no. Tini. And Afzal Khan say I'm a Mohammedan. I'm a member of Hindu issue. First, religious confusion. Any word when I'm using disunity. Asha Siatu. If you want to tell only a Muslim or a Mohammedan. Now Guru no say Hindu Guru. Now Oba Bede as serious you. I say, Master, I'm a Mohammedan. How could you a Hindu accept a drink from my hands? Now, Master, I can't wait. Guru, I say, your truthfulness pleases me, my child. Was about no prayer, I do not observe the ostracizing rules of ungodly sectarianism. Sectarianism, way different than sects, way different. May Guru or Master dear, Sanya man maninga the angel, Namin Pempo said the above. No, I said, go, bring me water quickly. Papa said, should be bring. If some person to me, where Suma would do. I didn't have a say we are Muslims, and he said, Miss Rewish, wait and question and say, now, Afzal's reverent obedience was rewarded by a loving glance from the Guru of the Yogi. Abrantiano, Enya, Otimian Tiasie, Eja Lipem Etie, Guru Nasama, Guru literally by the glance, what kind of glance, or gaze. Guru no entry no say. Now, Muntidio Kacher. Remember the Guru or the Master is a Hindu. Khan is a Muslim. Muntidio Kacher Khan. What's he say?
You possess good karma from former lives. He observed solemnly.
The only Kacher is there, Mr. Mohammedan, Khan the Muslim. Me, I'm a Master and a Guru. You have a good karma from your past life. Former lives, and Yabaku. Who are karma be a brody karma, a brody karma, and wow. He observed solemnly. Affiti.
I am going to teach you a certain yoga method, which will give you command over one of the invisible realms. The great powers that will be yours should be exercised with worldly ends. Never
for worldly ends.
For worldly ends. Never employ them selfishly. I perceive, alas, that you have brought over from the past some seeds of destructive tendencies. Do not allow them to sprout by watering them with fresh evil actions. The complexity of your previous karma is such that you must use this life to reconcile your yogic accomplishment with the highest humanitarian goal.
I say, the Hindu yogi told the young Muslim, I say, my boy, the Pacho, who are very good karma from your past lives. Now make sure a certain yoga method, a bebwao, Emma, some invincible realm, you can attract powers from that place. Now, when so when your power to me now, fire at the papa, should be exercised for worthy ends. Men find you selfish. Men find you person who never employ them selfishly. I perceive alas that you have brought over from the past some deeds of destructive tendencies. Me catch out say some past lives no. What the name be a any that should do with you. Hello? That's why I say come and good. So they are perfect. You will name it or come a past life no man. I have some destructive. Put me say adi. Na eda so di wachi nti mesraw saa da me be kye saa die hwe na wan fa nsia mbusu ma ne ma bora na edi wachi no ansan benyini bie was do not allow them to sprout by watering them with fresh evil actions be di wachi from past life. Don't add fresh evil actions now. The complexity of your karma is such that you must use this life to reconcile your yogic accomplishment with the highest humanitarian goals. You will come and you're too complex in this round. The medium mouth, the person who not humanitarian, obey a dead one perfect work. But so I'm not warning. Past life, come and a good. By your decided tendencies, be a DHD. Say, to modern kitchen, a woman. Say, selfishness be a woman. Miss Row, pies are medium away. Can I want find your pencil, no communia? And some idea who pursue Jackano, a best side and a how. Them on them, never mound, and wow. Now, and one in Pascal, the Nipabedi, a becoso. Before all man of power and as a method. Mom said what charity on you,
After instructing the amazed boy in a complicated technique, the master vanished.
Yes, the partner all said and so physical, or said and she or the apple, granting who will or charity method not on fashion. We or left your advantage.
Axel faithfully followed his yoga exercise for 20 years. His miraculous feat began to attract widespread attention. It seems that he was always accompanied by a disembodied spirit whom he called Hagra. This invisible entity was able to fulfill the fakir's slightest wish.
And of all, what I grant you exercise and spiritual work technically. Or practicing how many years? 20 years. There is no rush in spiritual life. But you're much know how. There's 2 years, 3 years in motion. When you how many years? 20. 20. Now, what your practices after the or Benya to me one. Now, if you maybe answer the to me be dinner. A dear Pia of a piano, a bebel. Sad to me, a fan of Hazrat, like a holy being. Hazrat is a holy being. Your Hazrat Asimesi, like Saint Asimesi. Now, on your who said, begin the church home. Say, oh, here be anyhow. Now you see, so not to me, the Abba Father. Was it the slightest wish? Now you want the kitty be so not there, no, the umbrella. When I said he was a fakir, Fakir. Fakir no be an Nabrabo said. A person of Bunya no and Susuma Bravo. Now, some of them put here, or more they live on the benevolence of people. The Nipadi Ben obedi. The Nipadi Benana obede, obese. Ma Martina Zungo, what is a moody, Alamajiri. I want them fear and no one between you. No money do any good. No man of Sika, some fashion. Until now, when you appear, or pet Sika Sam, any reason near my not so good young coupon for one, but what yes. And I Yogi, no, a man Sabato. So he had a being, a disembodied spirit. Timmy bit like it's a shadow. I did be any in job bedroom or conclusion, and then I watching the Adriano or on the way and so on.
Ignoring his master's warning, Axel began to misuse his powers. Whatever object he touched, and then replaced would soon disappear without a trace. This consenting eventuality usually made the Muhammadan an objectable guest.
But your dream and after the ordinance saka be say up say you're not liar. Ordinance saka be so you're not liar. After the na was started air trick crowd the man because of those feats. The one and was
He visited large jewelry store in Kolkata from time to time, representing himself as a possible purchaser. Any jewel he handled would vanish shortly after he had left the shop.
Monday go back. You have to go jewel shop. That's a watch you in any fact. Or then a sakana and I. Chin any fact, or then a sakana and Naira. For chance here, MBC powers. One can say master man warning from the beginning. Menewo, silent away. Oko was a goldman. Yeah, no, I was a good night. Naira, say it now. But I remember that was a warning. I must didn't warn me from your past life. Edunya, the shame. They make out here say. There was an article, jewel shop or Calcutta. Calcutta is in India, like so Accra, jewelry shop. Or the Nasaka jewel you are Pigana day. Now you're about the Shenison. Once I heard you saying,
Amsa was often surrounded by several hundred students, attracted by the hope of learning his secrets. The father occasionally invited them to travel with him. At the railway station, he would manage to catch a roll of tickets. This he would return to the clerk, remarking, "I have changed my mind and won't buy them now." But when he boarded the train with his retinue, Asa will be in possession of the required ticket.
What is after students be bad in chance on the powers? Or the students need to go and say some good plane tickets, huh? If you are basket, the train conductor no one. Was it me talk, we told you 20 tickets, no one, not the insertion. We took 20 tickets. With the Sigane bill or bar, was a ticket to the Grammy there, named Baby, Jet. Now, who see the entity. Oh, baby, you know, I saw 20. No, hope you are Tibas in the museum there, and your tickets. You said they make out here. What did they mention? And your Matina bus, no one year there, or Montreska. What I give a ticket in your day, and you got Sicanos in your day, and swing. That is kind for you, and Brazil.
This exploit created an indignant uproar.
Bengali jewel. Bengali, you're craving for boy India. Or where I don't know what Calcutta was about Bengali.
Bengali jewelers and ticket sellers were succumbing to nervous breakdowns. Or how am I doing? The police who sought to arrest Azal found themselves helpless.
Yes.
The factor will remove incriminating evidence merely by saying, "Hazard, take this away."
Mote, after they have no crime, police will so better with evidence, my boy. In the ticket today, or and I bet in China, your bank would say, tickets in the world don't change until a shortage, if you walk the boy. If there's a police better, no. The vacancy hazard, take it away, you want a ticket. Which now say, I know listen. Almost a banana, you know listen to a how we the wound. Was a hazard, take it away. Or what power did you say when you are doing it everywhere? So there was no evidence to even arrest and Russia. However,
The newspaper rose from his seat and walked to the balcony of my room, which overlooked the Ganges. I followed him, eager to hear more of the baffling Mohammedan raffle.
one can say, a Suyutsiba, and I granted will be an 18 comment, not or can't come story. It is Suyutsiba, I'm the castle and master or carry a blue hamlet or sorry, so as old two bars. Oh, now if I have castle and the chair, I said, this and some of the same master may come money a day. Yes.
This fancy house formerly belonged to a friend of mine. He became acquainted with Afza and asked him here. My friends also invited about 20 neighbors, including myself. I was only a youth then and felt a lively curiosity about the notorious factor. Master laughed. I took the precaution of not wearing anything valuable. After looked at me, after looked me over inquisitively, then remarked, you have powerful hands. Go downstairs to the garden, get a smooth stone and write your name on it with a chalk. Then throw the stone as far as possible into the gate.
Into where the teacher so we share baby say party no mu you. You aka asem no walk on one share and recipe and faji we be boy. Na ha abzar eka no ehwe no. Ama say we hwe won sem a e bi no. Fire boy back on. Na try we dingu bo so. Na to sa bo man ko do riba gengi e nsu dia na e ben. Ba jo mo tia so ka ti obi sa. Fa bo a e clean na try we din egu bo so. When someone did not turn up to the school, you know, they trust.
I obeyed.
Yes.
As soon as the stone had vanished under distant place, the Mohammedan addressed me again. Filled a pot with Genghis water near the front of this house.
Yes.
After I had returned with a vessel of water, the father cried, Hazard, put the stone in the pot. The stone appeared at once. I took it from the vessel and found my signature as legible as when I had written it.
Yeah, what you say? O man tunes the one go to soon, one man compare a hina. I was saying sooner begin this sooner every way. Ah, I'm not cast a hazard. Some kind of hazard. My a born and some rebel. A brand chain in Sato, 41. And 1 or 2 years now, actually, dear Gusuno. As I but that point to them, pep, magical or mystical powers. Yes.
Bob, one of my friends in the room, was wearing a heavy antique gold watch and chain. The father examined them with ominous admiration. Soon they were missing.
I brought a bit of Babu, Ebo, gold watch in the chain. Fracker, Eshadinan, and the images of Yanka. Soon they were missing. Like everywhere. Hello? One castle man warning. Not why we are or shared another night and Ira effing Panso, but I trust.
Azal, please pretend my prize Henry. Babu was nearly in tears.
According to Abzala Navasadi was at a crumble issue. The Mohammedan was poetically silent for a while, then said, you have 500 rupees in an iron safe. You have 500 rupees in an iron safe. Bring them to me, and I'll tell you where to locate your timepiece. For catching a fancy Babu said, so was Sika 500 rupees, in the Sika rupees. Ewo would then. First, can Bremen and what? I met you with the golden watch and chain. Huh? I put the Babu and Russell.
The distraught Babu left immediately for his home. He came back shortly and handed After the required sum.
Yes, it was also to regard to preserve any chain gold and this kind of bread. Abza.
Go to the little bridge near your house. The factor instructed Babu. Call on Hazrat to give you the watch and chain.
Bridge be Eben Firo. Ukwa. But Hazrat did some foul chain, and I was near the embryo. Catch a babusa.
Babu rushed away. On his return, he was wearing a smile of relief and no jewelry whatever.
Yes.
When I commanded Hazrat as directed, he announced, my watch came tumbling down from the air. into my right hand. You may be sure I locked the pen in my safe before rejoining the group here. Babu's friends witnessed of the
comical tragedy. Witnesses of a comical tragedy.
Of the ransom for a watch were staring with sentiment at Alpha. He now spoke
placatively. This book is a difficult book.
Please name any drink you want. Hazard will produce it.
One can say a castle with your body, the African watch and fancy. Now, one can say no more party as a boy. And I say, name any drink you want. Hazard will produce it. Until you see it.
A number asked for milk.
It won't be sad milk.
Others for fruit juice.
It won't be fruit juice.
I was not too much shocked when the Oner Babu requested whiskey.
Babu, yeah. Or he stood in the order of a whiskey.
The Mohammedan gave an order.
And I have the order.
The obliging Hazard sent sealed containers sailing down the air and
carried to the
floor. Each man found his desire.
And if you be a kind of Diana, Abza, or commanded by Hazard, you are kind of Samuku, said the Lord, said whiskey. Now, Bessie, when you direct. Please, this is a true story. Yana Susan. The Samotia Siasa, the entrance.
The promise of the fourth spectacular feat of the day was doubtless gratifying to our host. After offered supply and instantaneous lunch. Let us order the most expensive dish. Babu suggested blue meat. I want an elaborating meal for my 500 rupees. Everything should be served in gold plates. As soon as each man had expressed his preferences, the father addressed himself to the inexhaustible Hazard. A great rattle ensued. Gold platters filled with intricately prepared curries, pots, luchis, and many out-of-season foods landed from nowhere at our feet. All the food were delicious. After feasting for an hour, we started leaving the room.
Nice.
A tremendous noise, as though dishes were being piled up, caused us to turn around. No, there was no sign of the glittering flakes or the remnants of the meal. Guruji, I interrupted,
Mike.
I interrupted. If Azal could easily secure such things as gold dish, why did he convert the properties of others?
And of where your party of Mukoya and Jalibi of Bibia by anymore. Anna, a brantana, Guru Kasa customers, Guruji. So, Habza, or bet to me, and your name of Sombosa. Adentina, Obia Japadas will timid magically edge. Over to me, not your canama. Adentin will be watched for the palace in your property. Now, I'm not a question. Listen to the answer.
The cattle was
not highly developed spiritual. One fantasy. The facts of it mere magical feats and now to mere miraculous deeds doesn't mean the person is highly spiritually developed. You are too dependent. Research should be. So, bit me and your mom friend is a miraculous. And it just any funny highly developed. developed, to be developed spiritually is a different ball game altogether. It doesn't have anything to do with miracles. The doing of miracles can be part of being highly developed. But spiritually developed. I say the faculty was not highly developed spiritually. Then he explained.
Sheyusiba explained. His mastery of a certain yoga practice gave him access to an astral plane where any desire is immediately materialized.
Some practices that the man a master of a particular astral plane. Hello? Dear you of baby and bet me and materialize it. That was his line alone.
Through the agencies of an astral hazard, the Mohammedan could summon the atoms of any object from etheric energy by an act of powerful will.
Moti, because when you're being beaten, he has that. There, a branch has a piano, or can send or can well. From by an act of powerful will. And then the team very powerful penide, not a fact. That's what I say.
But such astrally produced objects are structurally
evanescent. They cannot belong to things. Yes.
Answers so meant for godly work, which though more hardly earned, has a more dependable durability.
What is your kind? So, but me, I conjure be from the astral world about one time, and you are not a child with some. But how are known and every idea would inside dear what pray? I hear Jumania a check. Hello? Into no pray, I hear Jumania what Papa no, would say no, a better or pet be your betting magical powers, there, and so are there, and check. Like I said, on Jumade, this is the problem with the people, the youth now. Obia the what some people here, Juma, a Japanese Indian. For your crime to say fast way, beer, and free, good spirits, and you know, either you leave them behind, you go and leave them behind, and I saw some too. Not everyone, sir. No one, the one breath, Juma, the Japanese. So if you have such powers, that's all the year. The truth is, and check. Have Zan's one your powers, and you may think, I
laugh. It too sometimes vanish most unaccountably.
Yes, sometimes it too sometimes vanishes most unaccountably. Yes. Well, Munti be that. Nippani extremely rich, Prakope within a man living in Ashi. We are not concluding say on Papa Papa show. Was the son of Japadene day, ever before. If I told story no one. Now I'm back down. There's a story down there. Because recently I met an old man. Good. Yaguri kesa wa yeche power. Then the house are the powers in the year man. All children say, good ni children say M1. You should be genuine and he's not spiritually developed. House are their children.
Recently I met an old man on a roadside property. He limped along painfully, carrying a shining object which looked like gold. I addressed him with greed in my heart.
Hamza said, maybe on Kakaka. One of whom serve a pack of Caribbean on them. Look at Bibia air shine and say good in the war. Now, Preocupa, Mamma Subai, then the Betia home with greed. Our Nakuma said, or pet, good in the young.
I am Azar Khan, the great factor. What have you there?
Many Azar Khan, the great factor. Then I wore on channel. Upon the so popular. Oh, Gromo, then I wore on channel.
This ball of gold is my sole material work. It can be of no interest to a factor. I implore you, sir, to build my leg.
And my partner say, oh. Well, yeah, my Japanese be home. Don't put a so your factor. Factor body and Japanese and won't. It is not of no interest to you as a factor, me boy. Then me boy, me pencil boy, and I meet him and say, you took gusu. Just help me work. Because we go in the factory, they were the other. One guy said, I am Habdal Khan, the great factory. How about this or a factory? Why until you go near one for the own financial? Why then into the 19 company?
I touched the ball and walked away without reply. The old man talked after me. He soon raised an outcry. My goal is gone.
I didn't say, Coca good now. One some walk of Papa, you bring you. We go night, I like us why day. Hello? So I was spiritually talking about he had a gift, but because he was not spiritually developed,
as I paid no attention, he suddenly spoke in a stentorian voice that issued oddly from his frail body. Do you not recognize me?
Hello? This is Honey Asamono. And one fee no, Anna, Apano, Ekase. Unka, don't you recognize me as some member? Listen to this place carefully. Wasn't it? Don't you recognize me? And to one time,
I stood speechless.
Yes.
Aghast at the related discovery that this unimpressive old people was none other than the great saint who long ago had initiated me into yoga. He straightened himself. His body instantly became strong and beautiful.
Hello? One guy said, or now no two papa be unknown to me nanti, and I'm good, and I said, Scappo put one. Hamza Muyano, Neniji, who sat in a magic. Papa is a woman, a brava bono, wash a boss of battery. What was a woman, what the other? Hamza and Sako can't good, no, I Papa, a book who come because of the good, and the good naira, one fino, a penny percent sent to whom for me. Hamza Safu, you're not to make a son. After Prakope, not the near Biamuna who said, Yogi Master now, so many years ago. Or man some method of practicing yoga. One had done word the actual. What's the name one? Now I have a brand new enemy. Hello? What the power of man was only be more. One day you push here, then it was
so. My guru's glance was faint.
After said good and negotiation, I said, Jack.
I see with my own eyes that you use your powers not to help suffering humanity, but to prey on it like a common thing.
Man, who said, walk to me, I'm a demand, so I'm a family body bow. No one would be one we are to set from one Casancasa.
I regret your occult gifts. Hazard is now free from you. No longer shall you be a terror
in Bengal. Was a neck, magic 2 minutes in Hazrat, that spiritual being now going to do Dimrika Aya de Amount on Bound Chimney. Yes, a window of Bengal had me. Now listen. So much Juma Nipa be a living at a tower. I dare Yamidiam a tower and what they saw what I saw what day. What the ya at the idea? Yamidiam is our day. I said, be been a mass out to the duty, a channel. Well, a saka as some two of enough papa. On a jingle of what I say, a Japan. And come up a party, yes, can you woman be a bag and your body so be added. Ubiami, but no started Eddie Varian for 1 day. And I feel no Sunday yet, my baby. Sanitaria, ya give powers to the affluence. Please, there's a statement here. I will withdraw your occult gifts. So because I said your bedroom is a occultism. Please remember chance in chance. When we talk about occultism, occultism means believing in supernatural powers. Be any physical be a timid bamuno, a fan of occultism. And the terminal idea is not an occult power, it is an English word. But the one who said, observe. Now, occult powers or the young one in the bois. So that becomes negative occultism. And also, the bed, nti eno na adu atese. So all those who have awkward minds, every and every year, any in the world. And it's not a matter of occultism, so awkward. But occultism simply means they believe and practices in the supernatural things. You be question. And I used to be to call our dear no asina and sano, a sign, or dim show, emandan and sano. It is said they have that, and net yesiano. To be able to go into the astral world, to bring back wine into the water. The same thing is here. But what you say? In Zimbabwe, we use spiritual power negatively. Then we call it is what? Negative occultism. Yes.
I called on Hazard in anguish tone. For the first time, he did not appear to my inner sight.
Yes.
But some dark veil suddenly lifted within me. I saw clearly the blaspheming of my life.
Master Naka said, my teaching nephew said, no, so what right here. Or Fred Hamzala, Queen, Wama. Only I said, you could say, soon be said, be every day. Then it be enough to say the way in a year. Yes.
My
guru,
I thank you for coming to banish my long delusion.
After I want that guru, as I said, delusion means, and there would be say, oh, what in you? But there was a sort of baby standing in a free so.
I was sobbing at his feet.
After the night will soon out good nice.
I promised to forsake my worldly ambition.
Was after the or shep was a reason in or precious to say, only actually.
I will return to the mountains for lonely meditation on God, hoping to atone for my evil past.
Therefore, my copy published after meditation at Yakubu. Said them ye in a bed, big shaker.
My master regarded me with silent compassion. I feel your sincerity, he said finally.
And the master every half that you know, I said, they will come, you say, if you are common. I feel your silence, I feel your sincerity. Every master is compassionate. Compassionate as a result of being sincere. Not compassionate as a result of being too foolish. No. Being sincere, sincerely. A person may yes say. And the answer, I am so sincere in the name of far you will have compassion over you. So it is and Jesus had compassion over everyone. Yes, it was.
Because of your earlier years of strict obedience, and because of your present repentance, I will grant you one boon.
Because of your earlier years of strict obedience, starting not are you obedient by me one. And then because of your present repentance, I will grant you one boon. I shall say now you'll be an assured that when you be a chain of bear rope. But since here now you not say fence was sacrament. It was a sincere one. Sincere one. Until I got woman 15 and 4 dear. Master and your compassion will come. I will grant you one boon. What is it?
Your other powers are now gone.
Why is our teaching you to a friend and good enough for
But whenever food and clothing are needed, you may still call successfully on hazard to supply them.
Then when they can't tell say compound you. So we hear that the pass. We say one time their ass. Compound you to compound you. Now we hear you share the energy. What has the deal bedding of the back? Then was all the bed near my boom of 1 year. At the year show the dear. On back, the boy, and was.
Devote yourself wholeheartedly to divine understanding in the mountain solitude.
Somebody our mountain in the corners of the straw, Yama devotion, and yet come, and there be Yama.
My guru then vanished,
and a guru Messiah.
I was left to my tears and reflections.
After the issue, and I didn't and I told so.
Farewell, world.
Farewell, world. You are seeing your man, any brand, any tiny greed. Every so.
I go to seek the forgiveness of the cosmic love.
Beloved, after the you call Akos Sre, but if I free, and you feed the cosmic beloved. What is the essence of this story? Number 1. To me, baby, baby, say to me, well, with him one. We are their own, you know. Because when you say over to me, then I remember what they are well for a get theatre in the family. na mom ye nya tumi say the boy the person so no the boy na mom say wo misuse de nyame de ama wo na nyame san da bibia bi kirew say anamu a wo tumi enye na wo titum say eye an enye no kure mu mi jai na mapede ya otumfo nyankopon ma de so so na de aba so yiti ameka san ka tell say how so mapede ya limited no come de wan pa bia ne beba nsu come de wan pa bia ne beba usu obia mpa bia ne beba ana osan ka bi ntade ohia beba ne mo enkwa so pe na ma bonte de won se kawe na eyira na Abzal wa ben no we obi ade wa twen 1 million number me mfa ma dem kan ate ase sadden de embe total repentance from a sincere heart and my beloved masters no when you should beloved day the cosmic beloved, the spiritual beings in the cosmic, they are beloved with sincerity. I'm the better. I'm the better in the sense. I'm the one go through penance and by meditation and I do him. Now what they are balancing, I raise when you know wow. Because suffering you are paying for your karmic retribution. But what you say? Where the story about a Hindu guru and a Muslim factory religious coexistence. Asasano, I say I'm a Muslim. I didn't tell me well we are Hindu wedding show. I hate this religious sectarianism. Me person papa we say. Otumpo nyankopa mwai said the ebeya onfumso bia be abrabu with a sincere heart genjim tum prem say we are sorry, then we will repent and turn on a new leaf. Say no can again nada the 2 minutes say the fatal no headache or the mouth na abwa. Now so open your best more spiritually developed. It is better than acquiring more spiritual powers. This is Autobiography of a Yogi, written by Paramahansa Yogananda, chapter 18, and the Edia Brahma. For 2 points, you continue and tonight, yes, amen.